Oh man, welcome everybody. This is a good morning. It's a really good morning. We've got it's December, it's Monday, and the possibilities are endless. The possibilities of endless. And so we've got a handful of people in here that was in our 3 days to rewire the brain event. So I know we've got people with just like some strong vibes right now, but if that's not you, that's also okay. It's totally okay to show up as you are, in maybe a little grumpy, it's okay. Maybe a little annoyed, it's okay. Maybe a little feeling behind, it's okay. It's all okay. It's all okay. And so we're going to just enjoy this morning together. We are going to allow the energy to flow, and we are going to just accept, because like the little nugget I love from Eckhart Tolle, whatever we accept miraculously can go away, or to some extent, something like that. So we'll kind of get started. You guys all know the drill. I think we've got, let's see, we've got Sonia in the house too. Sonia, I can't remember if you've been to one of the meditations or not, or if it was another meeting, but really this is our no rules meditation. And we're even considering changing the name to energy shifting session, because really this is no rules, no meditation rules. You get to lie down, you get to sit, you get to have your eyes open, you get to have your eyes closed, you get to have a journal, pen and paper next to you. Really, the only thing I'm going to ask of you right now is to check in with yourself and say, is there any way I can get even a little cozier? Is there a way to get 5% more comfortable? Just a little. Maybe you need a blanket or a pillow or some socks, or maybe you need to just change your seat to make sure you're extra cozy. So I'm going to close my eyes now. You may, if you want, you don't have to if you don't want. And I'm going to take just some nice deep breaths. I'm going to take in as much air as I can. I'm going to exhale as much as I can. I might even on the inhale squeeze my shoulders up, and on the exhale drop them. This is really about treating ourselves with some fresh air, fresh oxygen, and kind of doing any gentle movements to kind of just, aid that feeling good process. So I'll start off right now. I'm not going to count, but I'm just going to maybe in my mind keep track of about 10 breaths doing this. I invite you to add a little bit of a smile on these deep breaths. In the last few deep breaths, I'm going to be thinking about letting myself off the hook. Letting myself off the hook for being cheery, letting myself off the hook for doing whatever I think I need to do, just generally letting myself off the hook, and just really thinking like, okay, whatever it is, whatever's on my mind, you can just take a break and go around the corner, and I'm going to just let myself off the hook. Monday mornings are nice because it's kind of like a mini New Year's, right? On New Year's, we just have our idea of a fresh start, but we can see Mondays as that too. Fresh start. It doesn't mean we need to be perfect. It doesn't mean we need to do every process we've learned. It doesn't mean we need to be there, achieve anything. It doesn't mean we need to be particularly cheery or happy. It just means that we can mentally think about it as a new beginning. And if we're feeling good, if we're starting off today feeling good, then let's just keep feeling good. Let's just milk it. Let's just juice it. We don't even have to do any extra work other than saying to ourselves, wow, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. It feels good to feel good. And we can just ride that out and look for inspiration. And if we're inspired to, we can do anything else that comes to mind. If we're feeling a little stuck, a little frustrated, feeling like it's been a rough couple days, then let's just not set the bar too high. We don't need to be skipping down the street joyful. We don't need to be on the other side of the emotional scale. Let's just see, what does it take to let myself off the hook? And what could it look like if I just tried to feel 5% better? The 5% trick works even if we're feeling really good, right? Because it's all about, hey, this is good. Could it even be a little bit better? Or maybe, hey, this isn't very good. Could it be a little bit better? Law of attraction is all about practicing the skill to just shift a little bit more into the positive realm, no matter where you are. Because even if everything is going great, we can get excited and say, how could this be better? How could my relationships be better? How could my home be better? How could I love more? We can always reach for more. And if we're feeling a little tired, feeling a little bit like, I need to do some energy shifting, I need to snap out of it, I need to do whatever. And this is a gentle reminder that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You're perfect as you are. You're in the right spot. You're exactly where you need to be. And you don't need to do anything. Isn't that nice to know that you can really let yourself off the hook? And when we can really say, I don't need to do anything, even in just saying that, we release a little resistance and our mood increases a little bit. And now we have shifted 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever, doesn't matter. And then we realize that in those few days that you might have felt stuck, in those few days where it just didn't feel quite right, you were giving birth to the opportunity for a stronger clarity on the other side. A stronger clarity. My most clear moments have occurred after I was really frustrated and then smacked myself in the face, got myself out of my space, went and had a cup of coffee, shook it out a little bit, and reoriented. So now we can be curious. We can be curious. Okay, I was feeling a little stuck. And we can start asking ourselves questions. What would be good for me? What would be good for me? What would it look like to give myself a little self-care today or this week? Can I let myself off the hook? Can I be curious? Because whenever we feel stuck, it means the universe is trying to say, You're looking in the wrong spot. And that's an amazing thing. That's an amazing thing to say, to have something so crisp and clear to tell us, oh, that's not where you actually want to go. Those aren't the thoughts you want to think. Those aren't the things you want to say. Those aren't the emotions you want to feel. That feeling of frustration or lack of energy is the universe's tool to say, you're not thinking about this right. That path isn't going to serve you to its fullest potential. Shift over here. So everything is a gift. Everything is okay. Everything is working out. It feels good to feel good. This is precisely right for me right now. I'm feeling good. And if I'm feeling good, I'm going to latch onto that sucker of a feeling. If I'm feeling good right now, okay, everybody, you just better watch out, because whatever you're going to throw at me, whatever's going to come down the pike at me, I'm going to look in the other direction, or I'm just going to be holding on, anchoring to this feeling of feeling good. I'm going to be practicing being consistent. I'm going to be practicing sustaining this feeling. Sustain is the right word. If we're feeling good, let's practice sustaining it for as long as we can. Latch on. And if you can sustain it for 10 minutes, great. 1 day, great. 1 week, great. 1 month, great. There's no right or wrong here. It's just about practicing, because the more we practice, the more skill we have. And then the longer those periods of sustaining will be. So in your mind, repeat after me. And if whatever I say doesn't quite resonate, then change it to whatever you want. But I invite you to, in your mind, repeat. Because if you just listen, you are receiving that information. If you then think it, you will be sending out that information. Where I am is okay. This is the right spot. This is the right path. I will accept however I'm feeling. I will try my best to feel just a little bit better, no matter where I am. I'm not going to set standards that I can't reach consistently. I'm going to make this easy on myself. Easy feels good. Feels good to feel good. If you're not feeling good, then say, F it. Nothing's more important than me figuring out how to feel good this morning or today. Really, say it in your mind. F it. That's the new priority. Everything else has to wait, because I cannot bring this current energy into these important things. So really, F it. Those things must wait, because I do not want to bring this energy into these important things. And if you're feeling good, and juicy, say, okay, everybody, I'm bringing this vibe everywhere with me. I'm bringing this vibe everywhere with me. Let's take the next minute or two and take something that was just said, or something that you just thought that's soothing to you, that felt good to you. what most resonated with you and latch onto that. And over the next minute or two, I'm going to be silent, but I invite you to take the phrase that resonated most with you and say it in your mind over and over and over again. For me, that might look like, feels good to feel good. Feels good to feel good. Feels good to feel good. You know what? Feels good to feel good. But it's whatever you want. So take a deep breath and let's take that minute or two. I just switched in my mind to, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. That is energy work, my friends. You are doing it. You did it. That is energy work. And at its most basic form, you don't need to do much other than that. Find where you are. Find where you are. Accept where you are. Invite yourself to get a little bit better. Find some sort of soothing thought and milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it. We don't have to do much after, because then our energy raises. And then we start thinking new things, we start saying new things, we start doing new things. So I invite you to say in your mind 3 or 5 times over, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I am doing it. Latch on to this in your mind. I am doing it. I invite you to look for the feeling of feeling proud about what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're feeling really low or really high. You are doing it. You showed up here. You're doing it. Can we breathe deep and give ourselves some credit here? Wow. I can feel proud about this. I can feel proud that I showed up. I can feel proud. I invite you to offer yourself a slight smile and just feel like, yes, this is it. This is it. I'm feeling proud. Proud that I showed up. I'm proud that I'm doing it. I'm proud that I'm open. I'm proud that I really do know I can shift, even if just a teeny tiny bit at a time. We are beings of love. We are beings of love. And so when we don't have clarity, we don't need to search for clarity. Because in the search for clarity, we are acknowledging we are not clear. So if you would like clarity, let's first let clarity off the hook. Clarity, you're off the hook. You don't need to show up today. You can stay at home, clarity. I know you're not here. That's fine. You stay at home. And instead, let's return to the piece of us that loves. Because as we flex love, as we find any damn reason to love, the clarity will come. Clarity loves love. You can't be flexing love and not have clarity knock on the door. So how do we love? Pick anything. Your doggies, your kitties, your cozy things, your car, somebody nice in your life, Christmas lights, warm jackets in the cold, hot coffee. Just choose any damn thing and say, I love it. I love you. This is nice. I'm going to just choose to love everything in my path today, even if it is not noteworthy. I'm going to love my lunch, and I'm going to love my drive, and I'm going to love looking at people, and I'm going to love looking at other cars. And I'm just going to look for things to love, look for things to love. And I'm going to decide that flexing love will be my main strategy for today. Borrowing something that Randy shared with us this weekend, we can just choose a small window of time. Just for right now, I'll love. Just for this next hour, I'll try to love. Just for today, I will not worry about my priorities. I will not look at my to-do list, or I will not care about these urgent things, or I'm not going to hold myself to high standards. Just for today. Just for today. Just for right now, just for this hour. Choose one. So I invite you to choose an intention for the day. Choose something that you like to hear. Choose a phrase that feels good. And we're just going to do another minute or so to give you time to activate that. Activate means thinking it, intending it, feeling it, whatever you want. So one more minute before we wiggle out of the meditation to activate whatever we would like to turn on. Take a deep breath. You may open your eyes if you like. Juicy. Thank you guys. That was really nice.